Welcome to episode 236 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton. As always, I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
I'm here. I'm happy.
Now, what you guys don't know is this is the second episode of 236 because of technical difficulties. So we recorded an entire podcast for you that you'll never hear because only half of it exists, so it's just me having a wacky conversation with myself. If I was to play it for you, though, you'd think for sure I was a psychopath.
They might think that anyway, to be fair.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, sure. What do you think? Oh, yeah, I agree, and there's no one there.
Right.
It's some crazy shit.
Like you're talking to the voices in your head.
Exactly. So this is episode 2, Rebirth. 236, Rebirth.
Rebirth? Flashpoint?
Yeah, we're not calling it any of those things, but I don't know what we're going to call it. So if this podcast is a little shorter, that's why. If the attitudes aren't as peppy as normal, especially on Dan's end, that's why.
I'm in a super good mood.
But we're going to attempt to give you the best podcast possible. Mm-hmm. Just a little shorter.
Ryan is.
Right.
I'm not sure I give two fucks about society or anything else at this point, so.
I'm always 110% in. and there might be a silver lining here. We stayed up really late last night playing Fortnite.
Yes.
With Garrett, his lovely wife, and Howard.
Tanya is her name, to be fair.
Tanya.
Let's give her a name.
I didn't know if she wanted to be out. I didn't know if she wanted to be outed like that.
Let's not just call her his wife.
Maybe she didn't want to be outed. Maybe she likes a little privacy.
That's awfully sexist, like saying that she doesn't deserve a title. Only Garrett deserves a title.
I'm saying maybe she didn't want her business put out there, but it's too late now. Welcome to the internet.
I don't know if that's business. That's her name.
It is. Yeah, but some people don't want their name out there on the interweb.
It's just the first name?
Yeah, now they can find Garrett. They find Garrett's last name. They found her. Boom, stalker.
They don't know Garrett's last name.
Brought to you by Dan. Saying I protect our listeners.
See?
I protect them.
This is why we're only friends like 4 days out of the week.
That's still that's a majority of the week. So that's a win.
And
that's more than not of the week.
It's more than either of us probably deserve.
That's probably true too.
So yeah, we played Fortnite with only 4 of us at a time, but Garrett's wife, there, Tanya. Are you happy? Jumped in for him a few times, and she was also in the party chat when we were all chatting. So we had 5 people talking, 4 people playing at any given time, and
it was a blast.
I'm also still sick.
Yeah, it was a blast. Fortnite came out early access for anyone who pre-ordered it. Got it on the 21st. As of Tuesday, you'll be able to just scoop that thing up willy-nilly, but it is still early access. It's what they're calling the Founders Pack. When this thing officially launches, it will be a free-to-play game, but that will be sometime next year. Mm-hmm. So Epic kind of following that Paragon model, offering a paid version of the game to get it early and get some extra perks with it. And from what we've played, we're two nights in. This game's a lot of fun.
I'd say we're all in. Is that fair?
I mean, I'm going to be splitting time with Rocket League, but yes, I mean, this game is fantastic so far.
This is an amazing game. This game for one thing, it's got something for everything. It pulls from all the different genres. It's got building, it's got constructing, it's got resource management, resource gathering, combat, quests. It's a loot fest. There's something in there for everybody, and the amazing thing about the game is that it has done all of those things well.
Yeah, it's a rare situation where the balance of the give and take on everything that you do seems to be pretty good. Now, this is a game that was announced back in 2011, or first shown, I should say. Mm-hmm. So it's not like they haven't had time to kind of streamline the process, and it does appear that they've done so. We are playing on PS4. I've had a little slowdown in my matches. I know you haven't.
I haven't, yeah.
So, you know, I'm telling you it's not perfect. It also says early access everywhere so that you know that. But the game itself is very well-rounded and a complete package. I just think there's a few things they've got to work out before they go to the masses.
Now, what are those things? Would you want to educate us?
So that slowdown stuff, the menus and everything, it's so deep and I think they do a good job introducing one at a time, but you can see everything from the beginning, and I think it's a little overwhelming there. I might even like to see them hide some of that when it goes free to play until you unlock it.
Okay.
So that you're not so overwhelmed. But as far as the party system goes, everything like that seems to work really well.
Drop in, drop out is great.
Drop in, drop out's great. It doesn't rush you. I mean, for the most part, this game is, I would say, 90% where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
But that's off my early impressions. If I'm 10 hours in and we're still doing the exact same thing in the exact same area, I may not feel that way.
Well, I can tell you from experience, because I'm a little further ahead of you, it does not appear we're going to be doing the exact same things in the exact same way. I'm starting to get into some upper-level missions now, a little higher than what we're used to, and it just constantly keeps throwing more and more things, more and more side quests in each of the missions. And they're fun. They're interesting. They give you, rewards. We all talk about how we love rewards and new chest boxes, and this thing just dumps them on you, so you're always trying to do something. It's just, the thing that amazes me about this game is there's things in other games. I'm not a resource management guy. I am not a building guy. But they make it so simple and so fun in this game that it's stuff that I enjoy doing.
Yeah. I agree. I went in thinking I'm going to build. It's all I care about. Want to build things. And I've probably built less than everyone. Mm-hmm. It's probably done it the least amount of time. I typically, if I'm top on a category, it's gathering.
Utility, yep, gathering.
Yeah, utilities. And that's where I really enjoy the mining for resources and hunting. And it's not as simple as, sometimes, you see a car, you can walk up with a pickaxe, you can hit it, you can get some steel. But there are also hidden stuff, items and suitcases and stashes. And, at one point I was upstairs in a bedroom, knocked a bookcase down, then knocked a wall down. There was a hidden area with a suitcase and some loot in there. You don't know that's there. Nobody knows that's there.
Right.
You just have to happen upon it. And you're in this map with everybody else who's also trying to happen upon things, but you're working together, but you're also kind of like looking out for you when it comes to your resources so that you can build more, and you're paying attention to the mini objectives. And playing with friends is the way to play this game.
No doubt.
You can play with Strange, but you have to worry about them building too much. We played with a guy last night who went way over our build limit for no fucking reason.
Just to build stairs to the sky, the stairway to heaven.
And the thing is, that's fine. On yours, if you want to build stairs to the moon, that's your business. But you were playing on mine.
Yeah.
It's not my home base, but it was my quest. And there's no reason for you to fail out a portion of my quest because you like to build steps. Because we're not impressed, You asshole.
We can do that, too. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
Piece of
right.
shit.
And, but playing together, when we got 4 in a room last night, it was fantastic.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun.
I think even we'll use this for Garrett's shout out, but he even said that they had a blast and they would like to do it again.
Yeah,
and I think that's the plan, is to keep playing this game together.
Yeah,
and there's right now I think there's 5 of us that have it. It's squads of 4. It should work out pretty good because everyone can't always be on. And I am going to be balancing my time with Rocket League still, so I think you'll see a lot of us on playing that and bouncing back and forth. And I know you're still doing a little bit with Mass Effect, so I think you'll see a lot of us bouncing around. But I think Fortnite's going to be a staple for foreseeable future so far.
Yeah, I do too.
We'll have to see. Like I said, I'm not in the later game stuff, and even you, further than me, I think you're still really early.
I'm really, really early. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have to see where it goes and kind of what it blossoms into, and especially as it gets ready to go free to play. I know we're going to have fun now. I know we're going to get people who take it serious, but as we go free to play, the dynamic of that game will change.
There will be people in there that are playing it just because it's free and just for something to do, so on and so forth. So yeah, I definitely think you should pick it up now because it's a ton of fun. It's worth. It's great that it's going to be free to play, but I've gotten my money's enjoyment out of it already, and I am super early into it.
It is $39.99 for the digital version. That is the cheapest way to buy it. They also have a physical that's $59, and as of right now, they also have a digital that's $59, a digital that's $89 that comes with an extra copy of the game, and a digital that is $120 or $149.
$129.99. It's got 2 copies.
Yeah, so a lot of perks there. I would say if you go in at the $39 one, you're going to be good there. Dan and I both went in at $59. There's no wrong way to buy this game. Just make sure you pay attention to the different ones that they have and kind of decide what's better for you. Or if you want to wait till next year, I think that's fine too. But if you wait, I think just understand if you're not going to have a group of friends to play with, the game is going to be different when it's all free to play.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
But it's been an absolute blast so far, and I'm sure we'll have more on it. We might even play a little bit of it for you and some stuff that we have coming up soon. So, look forward to hearing more about that game. Or don't look forward to it, but you're going to hear about more of it either way. It doesn't really matter. It's
going to be one of these games we talk about every week now.
Yeah,
a little bit.
God, can you talk about something else? And we're like, sure, but we're not going to.
No.
We can talk about whatever we want. That's the beauty of it, but we're not going to.
That's why we do this. You want to talk about what you want to? Do your own podcast.
Yeah. Or do your own podcast, talk about Fortnite, because it's great.
Yeah, that's what I prefer. I would probably listen more that way.
Rocket League only podcast would be great, too. I'd probably listen to that.
Ooh.
You call it Balls and Goals?
Balls and Goals?
Yeah. Car Soccer Talk?
Car Soccer? Nah, probably not Car Soccer. That's pretty lame.
Car Soccer Talk, though.
Yeah, I mean, it does lay out what it is. I get that.
CST.
I do get that.
It's also Central Standard Time.
CST.
Ooh,
Fuck
look what
CST.
I did there. Look what I did there.
Fuck.
I brought Rocket League and the best time zone ever in one place.
It's not the best time zone ever. I can tell you this. It's not the worst time zone ever.
Right, because we could agree, worst time zone ever, Pacific.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
But, man, I'm ready to go to bed and your evening's just starting. No, fuck all that shit.
Right, I'm tucking myself in. You're like, what's for dinner?
Yeah.
You guys want some dinner? We just got off of work.
Right.
Yeah, fuck Pacific. Sorry, but fuck Pacific.
Fuck Pacific time.
Yeah.
FPST.
Yeah. Wow. Start a new hashtag. New hashtag. Fortnite. Okay, so just recap where we. This is the second time we've done this podcast.
It is.
Buy Fortnite and fuck Pacific time zone.
Yeah. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure we covered that in the last podcast too.
Yeah, it was just as organic, but our thoughts were the same.
Without a doubt.
It came up at a different point, but we landed on the same spot about the Pacific time zone.
There was a target that we landed on, and it was...
I'll just tell you, Car Soccer Talk was a complete happy accident.
Yeah, but it's not a good name. It's lame.
What would you call it?
I don't know. I haven't had... I would put some thought into it because it's Rocket League.
Rocket League Talk.
No, that's lame too.
Talking about Rocket League.
You can tell you're tired because your ideas suck.
Gamers in chairs playing Rocket League.
No.
It's like comedians in cars.
Yeah, I know what it's like. I knew what it was like. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Podcasters playing Rocket League and talking about life. It's not bad.
No. Look at my little baby Tropicana orange juice.
Now, for those that can't see, Dan has a lunchroom edition of a Tropicana orange juice. It's in that carton where when you fold the flaps back and you're like, all right, I fold right, then I fold left, and I pull center, and it fucking rips the box. Then you turn to the other side, and that shit's glued too tight that you can't do anything.
But I have.
So then you have to
straw.
You have to cut the. Did it come with that straw?
Yeah.
That straw's big.
Well, it's a two-part. It's a two-part straw. Oddly,
you assemble it.
You do.
What the fuck is this space age technology? Oh, weird. It's two separate straws, an orange and a clear. You make it your height, whatever you want.
Yup.
That's where, are they in a little clear pack, like stuck on the side with one dot of hot glue?
Yes, they are, without a doubt.
You ever get one without a straw, and you're like, what the fuck happened here?
That's happened with other things before. You know what really pisses me off? When I buy like a penetrating oil at a car store, and it doesn't have that little tube on it, I get so pissed.
Right. You're like, well, this is worthless.
Right. What the fuck am I going to do with this?
I need some accuracy with my penetrating lube.
I don't need to just go everywhere.
Right. If I did that, I just bought a bucket of it.
Right, exactly.
But there are some, so with that Tropicana you've got there, worst case, you could still carton it if you lost the straw.
You can, because it does have, I don't know if you can see here, but see up there where it says open?
Yeah, it can still be open that way.
Yes, you can still open it that way.
It also says healthy kids right underneath the opening.
It does say healthy kids.
But there are some drinks, like a Capri Sun, that if the straw's not attached, you can just toss it in the garbage.
You're fucked. Which I should, to be honest, I have some Capri Suns down in my refrigerator too.
I have before cut the top off of one and poured it in a cup because there was no straw with it.
No, that can't be the same.
It's not, because it's kind of Capri Sun of old. I don't know of new. It looked like dirty dishwater. It's just this cloudy, like
right. I think
liquid.
Seeing it takes something away from it.
Right. You're like, I don't think I like this product. It looks like someone rang a dish rag out.
It suddenly becomes dangerous.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get to the sun. You know. They still put it in those aluminum foil death bags.
I don't understand the name Capri Sun.
Yeah, I don't know what it means either. It probably means something.
Capris are pants. Women's pants, to be accurate.
A man could wear capris.
He probably could. Shouldn't, but could. I think they're called clam diggers when a guy wears them, aren't they?
Messenger pants?
Messenger pants? Is that what they're called?
I think so.
I thought they were clam diggers.
I think they're messenger pants because you don't want your pant leg to get caught up in your bike when you're delivering message.
You don't want it caught up in the chain or the sprockets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you're pedaling hard, right. You don't want to.
With your message.
So you cinch.
With your
man cinch it down.
/ messenger bag with all your.
Yeah. Yeah, you cinch it down 3/4 of the way down your leg, but you're safe from the spokes.
And that's one thing. Let me tell you, movies have taught me a couple things. Movies have taught me that apparently being a bicycle messenger is an incredibly dangerous job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
that checks out.
They also lied to me because when I was a child growing, I felt like quicksand was going to be a lot more of an issue when I grew up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, every part of my life taught me that quicksand was something to look out for.
Mm-hmm. But
I've never encountered it. I've never seen anyone who did encounter it.
I don't know anyone who encountered it.
Right. I've never been like going to the gas station and been like, fuck, that guy's in quicksand and had to pull over.
But growing up, I felt like it was everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's misleading.
It's unfair.
And it also appears to be less glamorous in real life, too.
Yes.
You're just like, fuck, I can't move. I'm just going to sit here.
Yeah, and you just slowly sink.
But in the movies, you sink rapidly.
Yeah.
I don't think it works that way.
They have to throw a snake to you.
Yeah, and you hold on to the snake and it pulls you out because it's the strongest fucking snake ever.
Uh-huh.
In real life, the snake would bite you. Then when you pulled on it, it ripped the snake in half and you have snake guts on
right, and now you're sinking slowly into the quicksand.
And you're still sinking into the sand. And your friend's like, fuck, I don't know. Here's a twig. Oh, that broke. Fuck, I don't know. Let's find another snake.
Yeah, and what's the deal with quicksand in the middle of the fucking jungle in all the movies? It doesn't seem like it would work that way.
I don't know. I don't know quicksand's natural habitat.
I guess I don't either. I'm not sure about the ecosystem on how that works.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the perfect storm for quicksand is. I know you can't manufacture it like in your backyard if you wanted to put a pit in. You can't just do it.
No, you can't. No.
You can't just take some sand and like molasses and water and mix it all together. Like that's not how it works. I don't know what the ingredients are.
Did you research it or
no? I didn't know this conversation was going to happen.
Oh,
this wasn't on the last one.
I didn't mean for this conversation. I meant like in general.
This wasn't on the last podcast.
It wasn't.
I'm not ready for it.
Those are the best.
You're right.
Completely organic.
This is the kind of thing you can expect from this podcast.
Right. So. This is what we do.
We talk about Fortnite and then we talk about quicksand because those are the things you need to know about.
And messengers.
And messenger pants.
Bike messengers.
Are you now? Let me ask you if you're at the same. You're at the same stance on bike messengers as I am. They only deliver bad things for villains and weed.
Yeah.
Drugs and bad things.
Yeah.
And they never have any information. Like, who sent this? I don't know. Some guy paid me $100 to bring it to me.
Right, and for some reason, villains think that this is the best form of transportation for their illegal cargo.
Has anyone ever approached you and said, I'll give you $200 to drop this package off?
That's never happened, no.
Happens all times in the movies.
I know, but to be fair, I've never been a bike messenger.
But, I mean, even non-bike messengers, just people, they're like, spin somebody around, you're like, what are you doing here? Like, I don't know, some guy paid me $100 to wear this trench coat. Like, that's never happened. No one's ever approached me and be like, hey, wear this red hat and sweater and here's $100.
I can't figure out why the people in the movie say yes, because I just wouldn't. I'd be like, no, it's okay. You can find someone else.
I mean, show me the money. We're talking $100.
Yeah, but it's that whole thing starts out shady. So it's going to go wrong. I've seen enough movies to know
I've got a sweater in your size. Could you just wear it and be here at 7:30 on Tuesday?
Yeah, I've seen enough movies to know that's going to end badly.
You show up and you're all dressed like Where's Waldo?
Right. Which means you're the guy that's getting shot?
Will want to use the perp. Want to use the bad guy, but they don't know who. The perpetrator. The perp.
It's not going to end well. It can't.
I don't know. Fuck bike messengers.
Well, I don't know about that. I think they need to make some better. I mean,
they need a union because they need a better representation.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, they do need someone with some negotiating power, so they don't have to take up these crap villain jobs.
Yeah, so you don't have to deliver weed all day long on a bike. And sometimes people throw the door open on them.
Yeah,
because they like to breeze down through between the lanes.
It's the car door. Always happens.
Yep. Oh, over the handlebars. Now I'm on my back. Oh, drop my weed.
Now I got it, and my bike is okay, so I'll just pick it up and hop back on it. Nothing bad happened to that.
Because bike messengers. Let me tell you a story that happened to somebody I know recently. Okay. I don't want to out them like you like to out people.
Oh, stop it!
There was a wreck involving a friend of mine. They had a wreck. Not their fault. Somebody turned into them.
A car wreck?
A car wreck. The person that turned into them, a Chinese food delivery person. This is the part I like. This is very bike messenger of what happened next. They're out of their car. They're waiting for the police to get there. Some other guy shows up, takes the Chinese food, and continues the delivery.
Oh, shit. That's good fucking service.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, that's really I know some shit went down, but these people are waiting on their lo mein or lao mein.
And we got to get it to them because that's our job.
Yeah. That Kung Pao chicken ain't going to eat itself. That Mongolian beef. It's got to get there.
Yeah.
Not, are you okay? How's the car? I know we can't take things from a scene. None of that. Just give me the goods. I'm taking it to the people.
That's very,
Mm-hmm.
That is very bike messenger. It's like a handoff.
Yeah, because bike messengers always get flipped over the car, jump up, get right back on their bike, and keep going like it didn't even fucking happen.
Right.
Because the package is most certainly got to get there.
It's the most important thing.
It's what they were paid to do.
Yeah.
Maybe they could do speed, like a new speed on a bike.
Well, it sure can't be 55 miles an hour. Unless you're going downhill the whole way.
It could be like a cool 15 or something.
Cool 15. That could be the name of the movie.
Bike. You're like, I could do this. I could do this all day.
That could be the name of the movie. Cool 15.
Cool 15. Speed. Cool 15.
It's got to be better than Speed 2.
It's on rollerblades.
Cruise
rollerblades
control.
are coming back. I heard.
Are they?
Yeah, I heard they're coming back.
Who'd you hear that from?
A couple sources. In the blading industry.
You have those?
Everybody's everything comes back around and it's Blade's turn.
Okay.
So you maybe could do like a speed. How many speeds did they make? Just 2?
Just 2.
3.
2 is cruise control. 3 is going to be cool 15.
What if 4 is speed 4 inline?
Ooh.
And it's on a set of blades. Like you can't drop below 3 miles an hour.
Inline.
Mm-hmm. Or your skates blow up.
Sure.
And you lose 2 feet.
Right. I was going to... Yeah, that doesn't have... No hostages, no nothing.
Well, I mean, there can't be. It's just you.
It is just you. It sounds like a personal vendetta here.
What if you're forced to skate in a crowded area?
No, it's still... That seems like an incredibly intricate plan.
I mean, have you seen the Speed movies?
I did. That did too. But
yeah.
But
let me just undo this panel of the bus and I'll slide out from underneath. I've never seen a bus like that.
On my car creeper.
Yeah, I've never seen a bus like that.
There's no way that car creeper would have gone like that.
Those wheels would have exploded when they touched the pavement that fast.
Yeah, no kidding.
Those plastic fucking 3D printed wheels on those things.
Yep.
They would have just evaporated. Nothing there. Not evaporated. That's not how plastic works.
It doesn't. It melts.
Yeah, would have melted. You would have had flat spots. They would have been wedges. You would have slid out on a wedge.
They wouldn't have rolled anymore. You wouldn't have gone that smooth. You would not have cut the fucking wire. That's for goddamn sure.
Cut the wire. You got to cut the wire. Keanu, love him though.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. 2 weeks in a row on the podcast. Congrats.
Yeah. He must be our patron saint.
Yeah. Speaking of patrons saying, you can head over to patreon.com/Gamestitch and you can support us just like Keanu does, or Keanu, depending on what makes you happy.
Keanu Reeves.
You can say it however you want. It's America.
It is America.
He's got a silly name. You can pronounce it however you like. If he didn't want that to happen, his parents should have named him Jake.
Or Mark.
Yeah, Mark Reeves in this movie.
John.
Wick.
John Reeves.
John Reeves.
John Reeves as John Wick.
John Reeves sounds like a guy that like sells auto parts. Like he's just like I see him as a manly man.
John Reeves? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a strong, like solid name.
Yeah, like a construction worker who works in a
something manly
in like a plumbing store or something.
Anytime the less syllables you get in a name, the more manly it is. Like it just hits hard. John Reeves.
John Reeves.
All right, calm down. To be so serious. But if his name was like John McFlanagan, you'd be like, "Hey, here's a bitch right here with his long ass multiple syllable name."
McFlanagan.
Yeah. That seems right.
That's amazing that you just came up with that.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking of stupid names.
McFlanagan, I love it.
Now, you ever give the wrong name? Like, you ever give a fake name when you go somewhere?
No. Actually, yes, I have.
Like at a restaurant or something?
I have, yes. Mine's Dave.
Yeah. Dave?
Yes.
I've never done it. I always want to. I want to go up there and be like, at a party for 3, and they're like, what's the name? John Dingle? Or something like just give a name and just sell it like you got one over on the hostess or hoster.
I've done it when I've got people. Yes, I'm looking for Dan. You have the wrong number. This is Dave.
Yeah, my name's actually Dave.
This happens all the time.
At Taco Bell, you can give the wrong name, or a place like that where they shout your name.
Or like Starbucks.
Yeah, they're like, Stefan, your venti latte's ready. You can go with whatever you want. Maybe Jake McFlanagan.
Jake McFlanagan. No, I feel like Charles needs to be Charles McFlanagan.
Now it's starting to sound kind of uppity, though.
Right. That's what I'm
Charles
thinking.
McFlanagan III.
It seems to me the type of person who would be in a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
McFlanagan, spelled like it sounds.
I do not frequent Starbucks, so.
Yeah, me either. I don't like coffee, and I don't like overpriced, hoity-toity coffee.
I'm not a coffee drinker either. But if I do, I just like regular coffee, black.
Mm-hmm. I don't like coffee anyway. And I've had some scones, though, from Starbucks that were on point.
Yeah? I don't get the food from Starbucks.
Yeah. It's like $12.
Yeah, see? That's probably why.
Seems fair.
I don't need a $12 scone.
I'll have a scone. Thanks for not fucking me big time.
I'll just spend $2 more at Outback and get a fucking steak meal.
And a bloomin' onion. I love a bloomin' onion.
Bloomin' onions are good.
Yeah, they're good. I have a bloomin' onion maker. That's false advertising.
It does not make it? Did you try it?
Yeah, it does.
A piece of shit.
Not make it. It's just a fucking plastic thing. It just cuts it like a bloomin' onion. That's what it should say, like, cuts like a bloomin' onion.
Oh, you still got to bread it and fry it and everything.
And fry it. And the bread doesn't stick right, and it's a whole fucking deal. Follow the instructions. I mean, send better instructions if this isn't going to work. You piece of shit.
Yeah, fucking Charles McFlanagan.
Yeah, Charles probably had a hand in this.
It's gonna be our new name for the douchebags. We're just gonna call them McFlanagans.
McFlanagans.
Yep.
You know who the fuck you are, McFlanagan. Like, don't be a McFlanagan.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's gonna be awesome is when we say it to people on PlayStation before they listen to this podcast. They know what the fuck we're talking about.
I would say it to strangers. If I see somebody out being a dick somewhere, I'm like, whoa, cool it with a McFlanagan.
Yeah.
They're like,
what's up, McFlanagan? What's up, McFlanagan?
It'll de-escalate any situation because they're like, what are you talking about?
Right, exactly.
Let me tell you this hip new millennial term. It's called pulling a McFlanagan when you're acting like a dick. You put that right next to lit and shade.
Yeah.
McFlanagan's.
Lit. Bay. Right next to Bay.
Bay. Is, I don't know how to use any of those the right way.
Lit? I don't know. Lit confuses me. Because people...
And they use sus too, right?
Sus, yes, sus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, something's a little sketchy. It's a little suspect.
I can't figure out lit.
I think lit and sus are like, they go hand in hand.
I think lit is shit. is shit. Lit is short for legitimate, but I don't know.
Lit as shit.
You know? Like
I guarantee someone has said lit as shit, too. Like, I am lit as shit right now.
But I think it's means legitimate, because, you know, that this place is lit. This place is legitimate.
I saw a tweet, and it said this Long Island is lit.
This what is?
Long Island.
Like an iced tea?
It's lit. But then I was like, I think people just order Long Island's as lit, too.
Long
I
Island
think you can order it.
tea.
Long Island tea, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So I'm like, I don't know what they're trying to say here. It's on the Twitter. I don't understand the Twitter.
I don't know. I don't know anybody who drinks Long Island iced teas anymore. I'm like past that in my age bracket.
Is that a kid's drink? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it's like when you're 20 and have a fake ID and you get into the bar, you order Long Island iced teas because that's how you get fucked. It's got all the alcohols in it, so
that's how you get fucked.
It's got to fuck you up, right? And
that
when
should be if I sold Long Island's, that's what I would say. Like Long Island iced tea. This is how you get fucked. Because that's what you're trying to do if you're having them, right? I just want to wake up 3 days from now.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen.
But when you're a kid, it might.
No, you're not going to get fucked. You're going to get fucked up. You're not going to get fucked.
You might get fucked. You drink enough of them with the right crowd.
Yeah, and your shit don't work anyway, so you're not getting... Well, you know, I guess if you're taking it, yeah, maybe.
Also, you can't speak for everybody's junk. I mean, some people's junk's still operational.
Not when they're drunk, no.
The whiskey dick, people call it.
Yes, whiskey dick.
Whiskey dick.
Although I have
That'd be a good name.
I have heard women say... I guess you would call them, they have questionable morals, maybe, would be a good way to put it. But I have heard them say that if you suck on it long enough, it eventually gets hard.
I mean, if you do anything for long enough.
So, whether that's true or not, I don't know.
Are you talking long enough for the guy to sober up?
I don't know, but...
3 hours later, he took a nap.
I don't know.
Drank some coffee.
I've never met...
I think whiskey dick is just... it's the world's way of keeping bad decisions from happening.
Yeah.
Let's say the other party has impaired judgment because they've been drinking a lot, and this shouldn't happen, but now it's going to. But then nature doesn't even let it work.
Possible. I don't know the ins and outs of it.
Yeah,
I don't know the science behind it.
I'm not a doctor, right? I'm not a physician. I don't know. I'm not an RN. I don't know how it works. I just go off of what I've read. I don't drink either, so I may be the worst source to talk about this. It's potentially I don't know what I'm talking about.
Because your shit always works?
Hell yeah. Put that on a shirt.
That's right.
Ryan's shit always works.
I'm not.
And it's just like a cartoon picture of me giving 2 thumbs up. I'm
not putting that on a shirt.
You could though. Put on a pair of pants.
I'm not doing that either. Put on a pair of messenger pants.
Messenger capris. A pair of man capris. You have to shave your ankles when you wear them?
You don't have to. Not if you're a dude.
You don't have hairy legs? I mean, people aren't into that.
Actually, I think it's a scientific fact that most women do prefer their masculine men with hair.
I'm built like a grizzly bear, so that's good.
You're good then. You're good.
Yeah. I hope you really like it, ladies. Because it's like a carpet.
Because I got lots of it.
Right. Because I'm all manly. I just rub sawdust on my chest in the mornings.
Nothing but masculine here.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, I use a little moisturizer on my hands, but it's only because I don't like them to be rough.
Well, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Thinking of other people. That's good.
Yeah. Nobody wants a 80 grit on them.
Well,
like you want something soft.
Some people are into that.
Sandpaper on the skin? Nobody's into that.
Yeah, all people like different things.
It's true.
Are you kidding? I was watching this video on... I don't even remember where it was. It was not Pornhub.
But it was porn, though.
No, it wasn't porn, but it was a fetish thing. And this
Sounds
dude...
like porn.
This dude, gets off on this girl kicking him in the face.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen dudes that get off for just being kicked right in the junk, too.
Yeah, fucking... I mean...
Just so everyone out there knows, if you tied me up and kicked me in the balls, I'd just throw up blood and kill the mood. just so everyone's aware. I don't understand how they do it. Maybe it's a tolerance thing and you work up to the full kick.
I think it's... I also think it's got to be consensual on both sides. I think... Yeah, please.
How do you bring the conversation? You're like, hey, baby, I was thinking, like tonight, instead of just missionary, you would chain me up and kick me in the nuts.
I don't know how you bring that
as hard
up.
as you can with your heels on.
I don't know.
And I'll try not to puke blood on the carpet.
I don't. You probably don't. You're probably right. You shouldn't start out hard as you can. You should.
Yeah, just give it a little. What if you just tapped it right now? What if you just tap a little tap?
Just give me a little sack tap.
Right.
We'll
I can't breathe. I'm sweating. Give me a little room. Give me just a little room. I need 6 to 8 minutes, and then I think I'm fine. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I do know that the internet is a wild and scary place. And if you spend some time on it, you can see some shit.
You could.
You can see some. I'm a pretty open person, but I've seen some shit on the internet where I'm like, well, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. I don't judge, but
right.
It's not for me.
Yeah. I like to think I'm like pretty open, and I'm like, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Right there. I shouldn't have seen that. I wish I hadn't seen that. I wish they hadn't done it, and I wish I hadn't seen it.
Yeah. I know exactly the feeling.
Yeah, it's a big world out there. In case this is your first time joining us, welcome. This is the official Gamestitch Podcast. We get together we get together. We took a boot video games. The fuck is happening right now? We get together each week. This is what happens when you've done 4 hours of podcasting.
You're gonna make me die.
We get together each week. We talk about video game news. We wrap it up into this bullshit cocktail that we just served you, and pour that down your throat until you get lit. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's how you use it.
Until you get lit. No.
Yeah, I think lit's like a good time. Like, this place is fucking lit.
I think that comment is sus.
Yeah, right. Anyways, we get together. We post it every Monday, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time on podcast services around the globe. If you love this show so much that you get slightly aroused, you can donate over at patreon.com/GameStitch and toss us a couple of coins over there. If not, that's cool too. This podcast will always be free, and it'll always penetrate your ear holes. And you can bail me out anytime you want.
I can what?
You don't just have to let me keep talking.
No, keep going. This is fun.
You can stop me.
This is a good time.
I got a couple questions last week about, hey, I can't find the podcast here, or it's not showing up here. Some quick background on how that works. We post it on Gamestitch.com at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time every Monday morning. iTunes then searches that feed out, grabs it, posts it. It automatically sends that feed over to them. And then a lot of services grab the feed from there. There's a few services that are uploaded separately. Stitcher, for instance, gets its own feed. I know Stitcher is notorious for being late. There's no way for me to fix it. There's no one I can email. There's no one I can do anything with, or there's no situation to make that better. That's Stitcher. If you don't like it, there are tons and tons of options out there. But there's no need to email podcast@gamestitch.com and say, hey, you didn't upload it to Stitcher, because we did. I just don't know why it doesn't show up. It's them. It's not us. I'm not throwing shade at them.
You are.
It's not a shady statement. I don't think that works. That's not how you say it, right? It's just shade.
Well, a shady means something different. Throwing shade is like giving them side eye.
Yeah, side eye that Stitcher. We're not side eyeing Stitcher. I'm just saying it's on them, not us.
It's kind of like some bitch, you know.
Yeah, you some bitch.
Some bitch.
I will tell you, if you're on an iPhone, the podcast app is the best way to go. The one that's actually through Apple. There's no ads. It's easy. It's simple. Everything is on there. If you're on Android, you have tons and tons and tons of options, including, but not limited to, Google Play Music, Stitcher. What's the one you use, Dan?
I use Podcast Addict.
Yeah, Podcast Addict. So that's one of those. All the apps like that pull the feed from iTunes. We don't send it to them. They basically crawl iTunes and say, hey, what new podcast went up? And they upload the episodes automatically. So again, if you're using one and it's not working the way you want, check out something else.
I can tell you that I'm on Android. I have Podcast Addict, like I said. And I have it ready to download and listen. Well, once I refresh it, it's downloaded, and I can get it at 10 after 6. So
right. So there are options. If for some reason you can't find it on whatever you listen to, check out another app. Or worst case scenario, if it, I know it's a little more work, but you can head over to Gamestitch.com and click on the latest episode and listen straight from there on a browser or a mobile phone. So we have options for you out there. But for some reason, I'm still getting emails. They're like, it's not available at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yes, it is, McFlanagan. It's there.
Oh, shit.
You just got to find it.
You just went there.
Yeah.
You're calling our listeners McFlanagans?
The ones that are like, I can't find it.
When you've told them 3 podcasts already?
Yeah, I mean, how hard is it to find? You could type in, nothing else is named Gamestitch because it's not really, I don't even know what it means. Yeah. So if you search for it, you're going to find it.
True.
And on one of those services, the latest episode will be out. Or it's always on the website. You guys don't listen from the website, but it's there. It's there. If you wake up and you got morning wood and you're like, I can't find it. Search right there, and you'll have everything you need to get that morning started right. At 6 a.m. Central Standard Time.
With your morning wood?
I mean, I just speak for how I wake up. I can't talk for everybody. But it always works, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Good for you.
On to the news for the second time.
For the second time.
Some of these reactions might seem canned.
And just like the first time, not with the San Diego Comic-Con this week, there wasn't a whole lot of news. Mm-hmm. So we just pulled a few things, and we're going to talk about them.
Story number 1, Dan. The Ataribox is real, kinda.
Well, no, it's real. It's going to be real.
Kinda, right.
We
saw a computer
image.
Well, it's a computer generated image of what they plan to make the Ataribox look like. It's a prototype of a prototype that, the best I can tell, doesn't actually exist. We saw a rendering of what they hope that it looks like, and this is a new box that Atari's making, but no one really knows what it's going to do. It's got there's 2 models. One has the wood grain up front, looking like a classic.
Mm-hmm. And one's got the 5200 look with the red stripe.
Yeah. But the front of these are supposed to be glass. They light up. They're super cool looking. It's a great looking system. It looks like a Atari made in 2017.
We just have to worry about what they're going to do, what they're going to provide for us.
Just a plug and play. It's just a plastic shell that has a Raspberry Pi inside that lets me play 120 shitty Atari games. Or is this? I mean, they say they have new content. I don't know what that means.
Well, I don't think it's going to compete with the big 3, Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft. But I wouldn't be surprised if, yes, it's going to have all those preloaded Atari games, but you're also, as far as the new stuff they're talking about, I wouldn't be surprised if you see this running on some sort of Android OS or something like that. And basically we've got, Ouya 2.0 or whatever.
I just talked about Ouya the other day with somebody.
Did you?
Yeah, who was? I think so. A friend that we play with a lot on Rocket League, Patman. Mm-hmm. Somehow we started talking about Ouya.
Does he have one?
No. He said he was always interested in them, and I was like, man, I was a big fan. And I got 2 controllers for it and everything. And this is the part that I reminded myself when I started talking about, that I almost donated to the Reading Rainbow Kickstarter so I could get the LeVar Burton edition
of the
Ouya, which was blue and had the signature on it. And now I wish I had. Yeah. I think that thing's just a paperweight now, right? If you turn it on.
I haven't tried. I don't know. I have it in a box.
So they were purchased by Razer, the people that make like the
scooters,
the gaming keyboards and mouses, mice.
Mouses.
Yeah,
Mouses.
Yeah, they make the gaming mices.
Gaming mice.
And headsets and other things. They wanted it for something not related to the way Ouya works. They were using it for something internal, I think. I don't know. They wanted their cloud system. I think if you have stuff downloaded to the Ouya, it works. There used to be a game where you had to park on there, Parallel Park, whatever it was called. Mm-hmm. It wasn't Parallel Park. It was like Park Master or whatever. So you had to park the cars without hitting anything else. And
did you play that game?
Was it was fantastic. I wish it was on some other system. I had a blast with it. It used to just make me laugh because it was so like cheap and shitty. Yeah, but fun, like stupid fun. Because the cars came out at different speeds. You never know how fast it would come. So you get a slow car, you're like, I'm going to park the shit out of this thing. But then next you'd have like a blazing fast car, and you'd slam into everything and mess everything up. It was a great game.
Nah, I don't remember that game. I can't remember what I had on my Ouya.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot about the Ouya. That's where Towerfall was first at.
Yes, that's right.
That's a good game that came from Ouya.
Yeah.
It's now everywhere else, but
That was a good game. I think it had a lot of the screensaver apps where it had like rain or.
The Ouya started to get like super shady fucking apps.
Yeah.
And that's when you knew this thing probably
was about to shit the bed.
Yeah, and then they started offering developers money to make games for it,
which was bad.
This really is not a good place. Then LeVar Burton got on board, and I'm like, maybe though. Maybe it is. Now, have you listened to LeVar Burton's podcast?
I have not.
It's an adult reading Rainbow. He reads you like an adult book.
Oh.
Like a short story for an adult. It's all right.
Yeah?
Yeah. Were you a part of the Reading Rainbow?
No, that was after me.
Take a look. It's in a book?
No.
Oh, it may not be special to you then, but I liked it all right.
That was after me. After my age in that range, I should say.
Right. So, we didn't talk about Atari very much because there's nothing to talk about. They said they don't want to tease people, and they're not.
No.
I'm fine, Atari. Just bring your shit out when it's finished.
I'm not sure what they'd have shown if you would consider it a tease, to be honest.
It's just you can find 1,000 mock-ups online that other folks did.
All right. So,
like, I don't know. Like, I need to see. Like, hold it up. Let me see it. Is this another shitty plug and play thing, or is this going to be something more along the lines of the NES Classic?
Right.
Be interesting to see. Next story. Now, I'm going to move the stories around this time for a better flow.
Woo.
Yeah. So we're jumping. We're talking NES Classic. We're talking Ataribox. We're going to jump to a patent, a trademark, I should say, that Nintendo filed for with the European Union of Intellectual Property Office, which sounds like a good time.
It sounds like there's a lot of paperwork involved.
Definitely not stiffs working at that place.
No. Those guys got their shit together.
Group. Just a fun-loving group.
No McFlanagan's there.
No, not a single McFlanagan in the building. Have you filed your paperwork with the EU IPO yet? Fuck, no. I don't even know what that means.
It's actually the ultimate McFlanagan quote probably right there.
Mm-hmm. It probably takes 6 to 37 weeks to get anything done. Anyway, so Nintendo filed for several different things, but it seems like the one that jumps out at everybody, of course, NeoGAF's one that found this because the GAF's fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
But they discovered that they filed for a N64 trademark, the controller that looks similar, and it's for a physical product. So everyone is now losing their fucking mind because they're like, this is how the NES Classic started. This is how the SNES Classic started. We're getting an N64 Classic. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I hope it is.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I'm kicking myself now for not getting the NES Classic because the 3 of those on a shelf would look banging.
Would look pretty together.
Yeah, little tiny baby ones. I like stuff that's small anyway.
I can't wait to see the little baby GameCube. How cool is that going to be?
Man. I think they should just make GameCubes again, full-size ones. Put those games back out.
They were cool. They were. Yeah. I mean, they were just that perfect square. It was like a Jack in the Box.
And it had a fucking handle on the back.
Yeah.
And the base color was like purple.
Purple. Yep.
Indigo.
Was it indigo?
I think that's what they called it. It was a purple.
It was fucking purple.
Purple with a handle on it, and it was a cube. It was a perfect cube. And you're like, oh, it feels right in my hands.
It did.
And Nintendo's wacky ass, they made the Game Boy adapter for it so you could play Game Boy Advance on the bottom. They had that Wavebird controller with like 4 seconds of latency on it.
Yeah.
God damn, I love that system. They make something called a Panasonic Q. And it was a collaboration between Nintendo and Panasonic to make a fancy-ass GameCube. It's like mirror finish chrome.
Oh, shit.
And it was also a DVD player. And had all kinds of crazy controls. They're really expensive, but they are the most badass looking GameCube you've ever seen.
I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, if you get between jerk off sessions when you're online, search for Panasonic Q. And,
I don't. There is no in between time, just so you know.
Kind of doing it right now, actually. Right. Not searching for it, but the JOS.
Right. I knew.
Yeah.
Plus you're on video, so stop that.
Right, it's weird. It's hard to focus. My eyes are up here.
It's a little odd.
What? Give me 3 games that have to be on this N64 Classic.
You got to have. Probably Super Mario 64.
Got to be there.
You got to have one of the Mario Karts.
Mario Kart
64.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got to be there.
And I see. I get them all confused. I can't remember which games were on what. Link to the not Link to the Past. Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, or Majora's.
Or
both.
Yeah, all 4 of those should probably be on.
Yeah, I would love to see some stuff from like Cruis'n USA and Wave Race.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's screaming GoldenEye. That only if you have 4 controller ports.
Right. Otherwise, it's useless.
Yeah, you got to have 4 people. You got to play shitty split screen on that. It's hard to go wrong. You could reach in the library of N64 games and grab a handful of them, and they would probably be fine.
Yeah.
A lot of those games are awesome. I got a little choked up.
Something happened. Yeah, you okay?
A little emotional. Yeah.
Crybaby bitch.
You can't go wrong here. They should do this. Nintendo, you should do this.
Yeah.
Don't be a McFlanagan.
A McFlanagan.
You think McFlanagan has slick back hair?
Yeah, it's a little longer too. It's because it's got little curls in the back.
It's a little too long. Maybe to stop slicking it back. It's a little too long.
Yeah.
Irish, clearly.
Clearly Irish. Yeah. Clearly.
He's not Italian. No Italian McFlanagans out there.
No, not too many.
Yeah, none that I trust. That's for sure.
Don't see too many. Latin American McFlanagans either.
Whoa, Latin Americans. Latino McFlanagans. I think. Or Latina McFlanagans.
Or Latina McFlanagans, yes.
Yeah.
Not many.
That sounds like a good name, too, Latina McFlanagan.
I was thinking...
It's not bad.
We're here.
It's not bad. Other. Yeah, Latina McFlanagan.
That's a name straight out of Saints Row, right there.
Latina McFlanagan?
Yeah.
They give you a side quest? Yeah, that's not bad. Pokemon Go Fest.
You know what would be best is that Latino McFlanagan probably is like the head of the Russian mob or some bullshit. Because it makes no sense.
Not Russian, though.
No?
Name's not hard enough for Russian. It's got to be like Krokov McFlanagan.
It's got to be what?
Like Krokov McFlanagan. Something hard like that where you're like, shit.
Krokov?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Krokov?
With a V on the end. Krokov McFlanagan.
Like, what the fuck is a Krokov?
Krokov sounds like something you get at the Tractor Supply Company.
Latino McFlanagan.
Pokemon Go Fest. Also known as the Fire Festival of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Look that up. We're not going to go into it again, but look that up. Fire Festival. Pokemon Go Fest is probably the thing that you didn't know was happening unless you're a big... you're in the Go Circle. The Pokemon Go Circle.
Pokemon Go Circle.
Yeah. So it happened in Chicago. Or I should say, it sort of happened in Chicago. It took place in Chicago.
Right.
But they forgot one thing before putting together this giant live event for Pokemon Go players where you can catch all these rare Pokemons.
People came from all over the world for this thing, and turned out they forgot to make Pokemon Go work.
There was some connectivity issues, which led to people on stage making formal apologies.
And crowd people chanting, "We can't play!"
Which is... We really dove into this on the last episode that you didn't get to hear, but I feel like I need to say, like, that's a really nice chant. All the things you could chant. It's
very passive aggressive.
Right, like, we can't play. Like, nothing you say matters. We can't play.
Right.
You could tell us everything is free to, like, you get any Pokemon you wanted right now. We can't play. So it doesn't matter.
Right.
Now, this is the part that you don't like. CEO John Hankey of Niantic. He on the sly threw some shade to try to to try to take some of the blame off of Niantic, but he did it real on the DL.
Yeah, real on a down. Yeah, he pulled some government bullshit here.
Yeah, so let me hit you with his quote. I know that some of you guys have had trouble getting logged in this morning, and I want to let you know that we're working with cell phone companies, AT&T, Sprint, Verizon, trying to get this worked out.
What a douche.
And we're working on the game server to get it worked out, so that I ask you guys, please know we've got the whole Niantic team working against this. So please be patient with us.
Okay, first of all, don't tell me to be fucking patient because your shit doesn't work. Second of all, super shitty to call out the cell phone companies like that because they got nothing to do with the fact that your servers don't work. You're just
not their game.
Just trying to be super shady and just shove some of the blame away. It's just by naming them like that, you automatically put them in people's heads like they're the ones to blame. That's super shit. Yeah, fuck this guy. Fuck Niantic. Fuck them. Fuckers.
Yeah, like you're supposed to have dinner ready for a party, and they come over and they're like, "Hey, where's the food?" And you're like, "Well, I just called Walmart and Kroger."
Yeah, and they said,
"Okay,
right,
we're trying to get that resolved." What are you getting resolved? Your game's fucked up.
Yeah, your game doesn't work. It is not. There's plenty of other people that were perfectly fine on using their cell phones. They just couldn't play Pokemon Go.
Now, they only named AT&T, Verizon, and Sprint. You think Metro PCS was working? You think they were good to go? Boost?
I guess, yeah. I guess
you
they
think
were
Boost,
awesome.
Boost players were fine?
There's some T-Mobile.
Oh, man, I forgot all about them. They're a big player.
Yeah.
Forgettable as fuck, but they're a big player. Cricket.
Oh, I forgot about Cricket.
Yeah, Cricket.
Oh, they're a thing, yeah.
Cricket's like the wine coolers of cell phones.
It's like the Zima.
Oh, shit. Zima's back.
I know. So's
You
Cricket.
tried one?
No.
Fuck that.
Years ago.
Yeah, but they're back. You gotta try new Zima.
I don't. They're probably the same. I'll wait for
You think a new old stock? You think they found a couple pallets of it and they're like, shit, let's put this back out?
Yeah, see what happens. They can do it with Zima. Why can't they do it with fucking Jolt Cola?
Jolt? They never stopped making Jolt, I don't think.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, down south, I think it's still, you can find it.
Really? That actually makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, it's a time and place thing. I think you can still find Jolt, though. I think. Jolt was like just an espresso with cola flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every time you had one, your kidneys were like, fuck you.
Yeah, I hate you.
You're McFlanagan.
You get me? Yeah, you're a McFlanagan. So's John Hankey, cocksucker.
Yeah. Pokemon Go Fest sounds like a total failure. So much so that there are reports out there that they will be refunding tickets. That's just tickets to the Go Fest. That's not tickets for the people that flew over from fucking Sydney or wherever they came from.
They're just getting their tickets for their entry tickets or whatever.
To show how sincerely sorry Niantic really is, there's a lot of rumors that anyone that purchases a ticket will also be eligible for 100 Pokecoins to use the next time they're actually able to get into the app.
Right. So good for them.
Yeah.
Fucking
Pokemango.
Niantic. McFlanagan's. The game world.
Yeah. Why don't you take this next story?
I will. Some big news this week comes out of BioWare. Aaron Flynn is leaving and Casey Hudson is back in as the GM. No reasons were given for either the departure or the arrival. All Aaron Flynn had to say was he's been thinking about leaving, and after 17 years with BioWare, he was ready to start focusing some more on family. And so he was going to be leaving, and he was perfectly accepting of that because Casey Hudson was coming back in to take care of everything, so there should be no worries. And Casey Hudson, in his coming home letter, said that after leaving 3 years ago to start working on some other technological projects that he was incredibly enamored with, he is ready to come back home and have the opportunity to return to lead BioWare. And he also wished Aaron Flynn, good wishes.
Kick rocks, right.
And
wish him, what are you supposed to say to the guy you're replacing?
Right. So he was, he's excited to be. He's actually one of the guys who was one of the original visionaries for Anthem. So he's kind of coming back where he considers home since he'd been there for 20 years. And so, yeah, BioWare, so in my mind, a good move.
You're excited about this?
I am. I like Casey Hudson. I think Casey Hudson is, I think he's respected enough and accomplished enough that he is able to get his way a little more than some are. He can basically, if he feels EA corporate is stepping in too much, he can kind of say, hey, look, back off, we got this. But he's also seems to really have the respect of his employees, so he can step in and go, look, guys, we got to get this shit done. I do think this is a good thing. I think he just carries a little bit more weight, and he has a little bit more experience than Aaron Flynn in that position. And I'm not sure exactly what brought this on. I would have to say that Aaron Flynn's two big claims to fame, really, are Dragon Age Inquisition, which Casey Hudson worked on as well. And Mass Effect Andromeda was really his first, as the lead designer, that was kind of his first project. And we all know that severely underperformed for whatever reason. I enjoyed it, but so
I just wonder. I don't have a dog in this fight. I've never been a big BioWare guy. I wonder what this move, what the purpose is. Is this to right the ship? Is this to try to save BioWare? Was this always going to happen after Andromeda came out? Well, whether it was a success or a failure.
I honestly don't believe the latter to be true. I think BioWare and EA is very aware that BioWare has been incredibly successful in the past, but they're in a position now where if Anthem doesn't do well, they're done.
Right.
So, yeah, I think he's brought in. I don't think that they feel that Anthem is sinking right now, but I think they need to guarantee that it stays on course.
And you think if there was somebody to do that, it's Casey Hudson?
Without a doubt, in my mind.
Yeah. You think people call him C-Hud?
I don't know.
I would, if we were friends.
If you were friends, you'd call him C-Hud?
C-Hud. That's it.
I don't know. I don't know how he'd take that.
I mean, it's just his name.
It is his name, but he's Canadian and they have a different sense of humor.
Yeah, it's called None.
Well, I was being a little nicer than you.
That's why they get together.
But what?
That's why they get together. Together.
Talk about hockey.
A boot. You think we had any Canadian listeners?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're right.
If so, let us know.
They don't have internet up there. They just ice skate.
Podcast at Gamestitch.com. That's not true.
They just ice skate and take dogs to places.
That is not true. Vancouver is like the Hollywood of Canada.
They just get on sleds and
they don't.
Their dogs take them to Starbucks.
You know nothing about Canada, obviously.
I know it's not America.
It's not. That's all you know.
There's nothing more you need to know. America, and then there's the check marks, yes or no. I put no there for Canada.
Yeah, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah, there you go.
Right. Fuck Canada.
Fuck Canada. What a dick.
I don't have a problem with Canada. I don't like how high everyone is on Canada.
Canada does shit right.
Like, anytime things get bad here, they're like, maybe I'll just go to Canada. Fucking go.
But
you think they want you?
But Canada also minds its own business.
But if we all went up there, guess what? Canada would suck, too.
It'd be like America. You're right.
Right. People don't realize they are the problem.
I know. I understand.
Oh, I don't like this. I'll just go to Canada. You'll be a piece of shit up there, too, bro. Go ahead and go. We'd love to have you gone. We wouldn't have so many problems. You asshole.
Big flat again.
Yeah. This next story is probably one for you also.
Yeah, this came out of San Diego Comic-Con yesterday. I spoke about this book probably 2-3 years ago. We were really early into podcasting. Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I also talked about it a little more when it was announced that Steven Spielberg was going to be directing the movie adaptation. And yesterday at San Diego Comic-Con, we got the first trailer. Looks good. Seems to follow the book with a few minor changes. Really taken back by... there's going to be some really cool pop culture references in this movie. In case you wonder what the movie's about, it's about a kid who... It takes place in the future. Everybody logs on to this place called the Oasis. It's a virtual reality world. And the creator of that dies and creates a contest inside that world. For the winner will then take over the Oasis and win his fortune. you follow Wade is the kid's name, and so you basically follow him, and it's got some huge pop culture references. They were available in the trailer. You could see them in the trailer. Just to name a few, you had Akira, Iron Giant. Iron Giant looks to be heavily referenced in this game or in this movie.
Iron Giant.
Back to the Future. We saw the DeLorean. Freddy Krueger was in it from Nightmare on Elm Street. I believe there was a Duke Nukem. I believe Duke Nukem was in it. I'm pretty sure I saw Duke Nukem. And there was some, I think, Harley Quinn and Deathstroke, maybe, or Deadshot were in there. So a lot of pop culture references. I'm super excited for this movie. I love the book. I raved about the book. I was super excited when they announced the original movie, and super excited about this trailer. So if you're interested, you can check out the trailer on YouTube or anywhere on the internet, really. Just type in Ready Player One trailer. And be prepared for this movie to come out March of 2018. March 30th, to be exact, I believe.
Yeah, March 30th is what they have listed now. And I know what the listeners want right now. It's a quick ad.
Go for it.
So I'm going to give them one. If you want to check out Ready Player One, you can do so on audibletrial.com/GameStitch, because they're going to give you a free 30-day trial plus an audiobook of your choosing, and you can choose Ready Player One. Now, the first time we did this podcast, that part was super organic.
It was.
I didn't plan to do it. It just happened. This time, I'm forcing down your throat because I liked it last time. So, it's a little more roofy this time, but it is what it is.
It's a little more roofy. A little more rohypnol.
Whoa. When you call it by its clinical name.
You know some shit.
Right, you know.
When you know when you know it by its clinical name, you might be the McFlanagan.
Right. I'll just tell you though, I just perform a little chloroform on a rag still.
Yeah.
I'm old school.
Old school.
Yeah, I'm old school.
Old school.
You just creep up behind somebody, you say, "What does it smell like?" Rah, you know. Next thing you know, you're sleeping in the back of a van. I prefer that still. Call me old school.
It's old school. It's not quite as. You don't like stealth, so I understand why you would like that way better. That is not stealthy at all.
I think if you put nail polish remover and bleach on a rag and put it up on someone's face, they will fall out. That's poor man's.
Poor man's chloroform?
Yeah.
You got to mix them together? Doesn't that start a fire?
Yeah, I think it's a 1-for-1.
You might actually burn. You might be the McFlanagan at this point.
You test it on yourself.
Oh.
You make it, dip it on a rag, you put it up to your.
Yeah, but everybody's skin is different. Unless you're doing that to your sister, which is odd.
Whoa.
Right.
You shouldn't be chloroforming your sister.
You shouldn't be.
Pervert.
To be fair, you shouldn't be chloroforming anybody, but...
We both can agree we've met some people that deserve to be chloroformed. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to put them in a different location than they went to sleep in. And let them think about their decision making. Like, maybe you don't pop off to me because now you're in the middle of a cornfield in Kansas.
And you don't know how you got there.
Right.
That's the best part.
Yep.
You don't know what the fuck just happened.
That's the news for this week. Now it's time for Gone But Not Forgotten, where we reach back in our gaming past. We tell you about something we loved. Maybe it's a good game, maybe it's a bad game, but it's something that means something to us. And we hope that you guys will check it out either in its natural form or on the YouTubes. Mm-hmm. And this week it's Dan's turn.
And this week we're covering that not-so-awesome game called Karnov. Now the reason Karnov by Data East is this week's Gone But Not Forgotten is because my cousin had a Commodore 64, which, if you remember anything, it was, at the time, it was the best graphics out there.
The shit.
But in hindsight, they sucked.
Yeah, Commodore 64s were lit, though, back then.
Back then, they were the shit. And this was the only game that my cousin had for it, was Karnov, where you play a Russian strongman in the circus who was looking for treasure. So you collect orbs and beat the levels, and each level, after you kill everybody with the fireballs that the orbs give you, you collect a piece of the map. And then the final one, you take on the wizard to get the treasure. It's not a particularly good game, but I mean, the Commodore 64, come on. That was the shit back in 1987. This was, I think, right around the time NES came out. And
do you remember what the first game you ever played at home on a console was?
Pong.
Pong.
Pong was, because they had just, this was even before Atari, they had just a Pong box.
Yeah, like the one from Sears that just had the 2 paddles in the box.
Yeah. That's the first one I played. First game I played on the Atari was Combat.
Mm. My favorite Atari game, I think, might be Circus. But I'm also fond of Adventure.
Adventure's cool.
Yeah. I like to take somebody now like Nate Drake or a character you love and do a side-by-side comparison to the main character in Adventure, which is just a fucking square.
I like the Dragon Duck. That was my favorite.
Yeah. I tell you, Atari, and I think I've said it before, Atari and even Commodore and those, you're going so far back that it's no longer cute and charming and nostalgic.
No, it's not. It's just annoying to look at and to play.
Like, these games fucking suck.
Yeah.
They don't respond particularly well.
Yeah.
This dick with one button that I'm having to play and use as a controller isn't comfortable.
Right. And Karnov particularly sticks out to me as my gone but not forgotten, because I told my parents over and over again, and they are not technological people at all. They weren't then, they aren't now. This Commodore 64 is so cool, I want one, blah, blah, blah. So the following Christmas, I got a VIC-20.
Ooh.
Which anybody who knows anything about anything knows, the VIC-20 is the GoBot to the Commodore 64's Transformer.
If the Commodore is your firstborn perfect child, the VIC-20 is definitely your stepkid.
Yep.
Definitely.
So I think I played the original Karateka on the VIC-20, and it sucked. It wasn't good at all.
Everything sucked on the VIC-20.
Right. So for that reason, Karnov has always stuck out to me, because I wanted a Commodore 64 so bad, and all I got was a VIC-20. And it's also a little moral lesson to parents for their kids. Don't be a McFlanagan. Don't be that asshole. Don't get them the generic version of what they ask. If they ask for an RC car, don't get them one of the ones that have wires connected to it.
God damn those things. What am I supposed to do with this?
It's the worst.
I do want to give me a 5. I bought a RC boat because I've always wanted an RC boat.
Now you have one.
But I never wanted to pay any kind of money for one. I purchased one. I just want to say it's fucking rad.
Did you put it in the koi pond?
No, it's too big for that. But I will say that it's got some get up to it, and there's something cool about fucking having controlling a boat, because it sprays like a little stream of water out of the back when you really hit it. It's pretty cool. It's $50 normally from Amazon, and I wouldn't want to pay that, but I think if you did, you'd be like, yeah, it's probably worth that.
It's worth $50.
Yeah, because it's got the trigger that lets you go, like, you can go halfway, and it just kind of like cruises around like you're on the lake having a good time. It's just kind of like a cruising speed, but then you can go like dicks out speed,
balls to the wall.
Yeah, where it's the front fucking cocks up in the air and the back settles down in the water and it sprays that stream out. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty good. It turns out I just really like remote controlled things. I like tiny versions of normal things that I can like just fucking tear ass with.
That seems right. It sounds like you, actually.
Yeah. Our friend Howard's got a Traxxas RC truck, and he sent me a video of him just fucking trashing this thing in his front yard, having the time of his life. He was going over this jump and just totaling it every time and didn't even care. He's broken everything on it already at least once.
That seems right.
But it looks like a blast, and it does like 60 miles an hour.
Good
break
Lord.
an ankle if it hits you right, I think.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's electric too.
That's that true fucking RC shit.
That's what your kids want when they ask for one. They don't want the fucking...
Yeah, they don't want the shit with the wires.
That metal cord that attaches it to that fucking one 6-gauge wire, 12-gauge, 14-wire, 14-gauge.
Don't get them that shit with the steering wheel on the side either.
That's what the boat's got.
Well, that's fine for a boat.
The boat's got the trigger that goes forwards and backwards, and when you put it in reverse, it just kind of buries the boat under the water. But it's got the wheel for the turning left and right. The boat is water cooled. It pulls water in the side. Cool. It wraps around the motor, and then shoots it out the back.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's ingenious, actually.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you're already in the water.
All right, why not?
And this is the crazy part. If you turn it on and it's not in the water, it won't work.
Oh, that's good too, though, because you probably burn the engine out.
It knows it's in the water.
Because it needs the water to cool.
It's fucking magic. It's a Harry Potter boat.
Yeah, it's a Harry Potter boat. You're stupid.
Quick shout-outs. Remember, if you want to shout out, all you have to do is support us at the $10 tier over at patreon.com and then send us your shout-out. If you don't, Dan and I will assign shout-outs for you.
I think you did Garrett's already, right?
Yeah, so again, they had a great time playing with us. They hope to do it again. We're talking about Fortnite. Garrett also thinks you, as a listener, should purchase Fortnite.
Yes, he does.
Now, Thomas didn't send us one.
He did not.
Now, you want to give him one, or you want me to give him one?
This was your deal. You said you were going to give
Thomas wants everyone to know that Grand Theft Auto is still a community that is alive and well, and that you should be playing it. And also, he loves Rocket League and has spent money on crates.
Yes.
That's what he wants the world to know.
Yeah,
and his icon on the PlayStation Network is the blue poop. You know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
It's that blue soft serve. I don't know what that stuff really is, but it's Blue Poop is his PSN profile pic.
Which would be an amazing profile name, actually.
It's not a bad name for a punk band either.
No, Blue Poop.
Yeah. Up next, Blue Poop.
It's got to be BLU with the 2 dots over it.
Oh yeah.
Poop.
It does have to be that. And probably a capital B and a capital P at the.
Oh yeah, no doubt, without a doubt. Probably underlined.
Yeah. Blue Poop. Strike through. You don't see a lot of strike throughs.
No, you know what? It's actually. I don't think it'd be a punk band. I think it'd be more of an electronica band.
Maybe ska.
More electronica, I think.
One guy.
There's some house.
Oh shit. House. Blue Poop. Here's a new joint from Blue Poop.
Yeah. Wah, wah,
yeah, exactly.
Wah, wah, wah. It sounds like Blue Poop music right there.
Yeah, maybe some Skrillex. Maybe some dubstep style. Maybe a big drop somewhere in there.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they sound like the Swedish House Mafia.
I feel like them. I have. I do feel like Blue Poop has to sample that song Blue, though. You remember that song? That weird ass song? Blue, da boo dee da boo die, da boo dee da boo die, da boo dee da boo die.
Yeah.
I'm blue, da boo dee da boo die.
Skype's getting crazy. We better end this podcast before we have to record number 3. Follow us on social media as I am at Podcast Ryan. Dan is at Tellhurst. Or no, he's not. He's at Shirtless Dan. I am at... Wait, I already did mine. Shit, this is falling apart. Together, we're at game_Stitch. Skype is scaring the shit out of me right now. I'm so scared. Dan quit this podcast. I'm doing it alone right now. I'm trying to close this out. It's an emergency right now that we don't lose the audio. Episode something. 236 of these bitches. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for taking the time out. Tell your friends about us. Tell your grandmother. And we'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Thanks, friends. Good night.